when did you fall in love with like women in hip hop?
So we're going to play another game of Who Said That? And I think I have a fun one this week, okay? It really just came to me out of nowhere. Okay, I'm going to give my best impartial, like, rendition of this.
Okay.
You number 2 and I am the one, bitch. It ain't my fault you a dusty and bum bitch. Fuck I look like arguing with a dumb bitch. And why would I fight you when I got a gun, bitch?
Is this who is this? Is this Nicki Minaj?
No.
Is it Remy Ma?
I mean, knew you were.
That's what I thought.
I knew you were gonna guess that because she always trying to shoot a nigga.
Stop! I can't.
I respect her. Like, if a nigga owes you $1,000, he should get shot in the stomach. You know what I mean? Like, you can't run around owing people money like that in a recession.
There have to be consequences.
There has to be some kind of consequences. Now, would I take it that far? Maybe not. I would hit somebody with my car, though. You know, just a little bit. Like,
allegedly, like
allegedly, of course. Hypothetically speaking,
this is all hypothetical.
All hypothetical. I've never hit anyone with my car. I feel like my car would be more hurt
than the actual person.
It's old as fuck.
Okay. The one that I wanted to do, I've been thinking about this, and it's so stupid. You're gonna get it immediately.
Okay.
Let me get into character.
Get into character. Yes.
And you're not gonna want to miss this and that. I know that's right.
What?
You don't know what I'm talking about?
Wait, do it one more time.
And you're not gonna want to miss this. I know that's right.
Wait, is this Sweetie? Because she says that a lot. She's always like, I know that's right.
This was her. So this is Sweetie from that MTV award show where she was like fumbling over her words so bad. They were like, come on, girl, come on. And she was like, yep. And you know what? I know that's right. We'll see you back here. And I'm like, oh my God.
You know what? Good for her. Okay, good for her. Okay, hi everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Where My Girls At. We did not have an episode last week, and that is my fault. I came back from Japan and I caught the craziest cold. Like, I was literally on my deathbed last week when I got back.
Like, so do you think it was like switching like between like the seasons, or
no,
like
I really think that there was a guy who was sitting next to me in the airport and he kept coughing, but I thought he just had like allergy. I don't know what I thought it was, but I didn't think it was insidious or there was anything like contagious about it. But I was wrong. He gave me his fucking cold. I know it was him. He was the only one coughing. The only person who coughed near me the whole week. So,
oh man.
Yeah, but I had a wonderful time.
It looked like you had so much fun.
I had so much fucking fun, despite the heat being as close to hell as I ever hope to get. I mean, when I tell you, you have never in your life experienced heat like this.
Really?
It is unfathomable. Like the kind of heat that you feel, I cannot describe it. That's how fucking crazy hot it is. Like I don't even know how to fully, like, it's hot. And I just don't know how else to like prepare you, because I know you're going. It is hot. It is hot.
Good.
But the crazy
and here
thing,
I thought it was gonna be like fall.
Well, I don't know actually what it's gonna be like when you're there. I mean, it might not be that different, because it was hot every single goddamn day. And I don't mean just like a regular, I mean, it was the 7th layer of hell hot. And I was still doing 30,000 steps a day. I didn't give a fuck, okay? I got one of those UV umbrellas that you see everybody walking around with. It's like a sun-protected umbrella. They sell them at all of the little, like, Don Quixote and 7-Eleven and all the little shops. I went there and I just, like, got a fan. Everybody has a fan. But you know what's crazy? Not crazy, but something that I noticed. I did not know this before I went. I only knew about the tattoo thing, but I did not know that Japanese women, like, don't show their legs. Like, it's not a part of their culture to, like, show their legs. I don't know if it's like a modesty thing, but all of them were wearing pants. So every time I got on the fucking subway in my, like, coochie cutters, you know, not, but like, no, but like, seriously, like, I was wearing,
No,
'cause it's
yeah.
hot. It's hot. I'm wearing
Yeah.
shorts. I was getting stares, like, not like spit on you, uncomfortable kind of stares,
Yeah.
but it was a look, you know, because I stood out, not just
Interesting.
because I was black. Because when I tell you I saw so many niggas in Tokyo, every street I was going down, black people, everywhere. Like, don't ever think you're gonna be like a fish out of water. There are niggas everywhere in Tokyo,
That's good to know.
especially when you go to the club. That's where they congregate. You always go see them. And
They
I swear to God. But you know what's crazy is their nightlife doesn't get started until like 1 a.m. So, like, that's what I said. I had to go back to my
Man,
Airbnb and take a
maybe
nap.
auntie getting old.
I was like, man, I had to go back and take a nap because I was like, I just can't. I went one night, I went out and I was like, you know, I'm going to go at like 11:30.
Yeah.
When I tell you, no exaggeration, I was the first person at the club when I showed up. At 11:30 at night, I was
That's
the
crazy.
first person in the club. There was nobody else that did not work there except me. And I said,
Wow.
oh, okay, I got it.
Heard you.
Won't
Heard
make that
you.
mistake again. However, I had the time of my life. Time of my life.
Wow. I'm so happy for you. I was like living vicariously through your stories, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be me soon. So I'm excited to go.
You have to, like, just like, I'm not gonna like don't, like, you can be cute, but like, you're gonna be walking because it's like everybody walks or like takes the subway because in Uber the traffic is so fucking bad that it takes you longer to get somewhere on an Uber than it does on the train. And also Ubers are like actually I would say Ubers were the most expensive thing there. Like, food was cheap, shopping was cheap, even the vintage shopping that I did was really cheap. Transportation was really cheap. It was the Ubers, you know, because the trains stopped
Interesting.
running at a certain time. So, like, if you're going to the club, you're probably gonna have to take an Uber back to your hotel, your Airbnb. And like, they would run me maybe like, because they only have Uber or taxi, like, that's it. So it would be running me maybe like $50 or $60, you know, to get from, but I stayed like a little bit further out from like the main like hub, like where
Okay.
things were. But I wanted that because it's so overwhelming. Like, I went to Harajuku, like, and I was like, this is the most overwhelming place I have ever been in my entire life. And I went back 3 times during my trip. And every time I was like, I gotta go. But the shopping was just too good. Like, I just couldn't.
I already know.
Like, just be. And here's the thing. I was so nervous. I was going to be like, I thought, oh my God, it's going to be so expensive. Like, I was budgeting, like, I'm not gonna, okay, I'll say I was budgeting like $1,000 a day. Like, that was like, you know, that's what I spent. Like, I was like, that's how it's gonna, I didn't even spend half of that most days. And I was carrying so many fucking bags. I'm like, dude, I cannot buy anything else. Like, I can't carry it. It got to the point, I was like, I'm not gonna have to buy a second suitcase. Like, I know I'm gonna shop smart. I had to buy a second suitcase at the airport because they're like, your suitcase is too heavy. We cannot put it on the plane. So then I had to buy an extra suitcase, and then my suitcase was still overweight. So I still had to pay like an overweight bag fee and an extra suitcase fee, which I had still budgeted for. So I really didn't care. But at the end, I was like, damn, I really did buy more than I came with. Like, I bought more stuff than I came with. I will say this.
Yeah.
Don't take your skincare. Just buy skincare when you get there. Like, save the room in your suitcase, buy skincare, go to Don Quixote, get a skincare routine. Like, don't waste the space because you're gonna need it. Just save yourself back.
No, I'm already mentally prepared for another bag.
But bring your foundation shade because they ain't got it. Bring your foundation and your bronzer and your concealer because they don't got it, unfortunately.
They definitely do not have that. Yeah.
All the other steps, Yes, but those three, no, they ain't got it. But I had a time in my life. I am already planning to go back. Swear to God, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna go back next time. I will say, I did enjoy going to Kyoto because whenever I go, I'm like on a vacation. I'm like, I want to take a day trip somewhere, and I went to Kyoto because it wasn't that far away, and I took like the bullet train, which gets you there in like 2 hours. And it was really nice. Like, I think I got some of the best pieces vintage shopping in Kyoto, but I was expecting something a little bit more lively. You know what I mean? Like, it felt very chill and relaxed.
Yeah.
And I've heard that Osaka is like where it's like really happening, like it's
Or
popping.
bussin', yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll go to Osaka the next time I go. Because I hadn't even considered it. I was like, oh, Kyoto. Like, of course you got to go to Kyoto. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you got to get a
Yeah.
kimono. I did get one.
The hot springs,
You
yeah.
have to go exactly, right? Like, you think, but it was like, it was cool. I had a great time. I had probably the best ramen I've ever had in my life when I was
I'm
in
sure.
Kyoto. But I was like, damn, like, it's really like chill. Like, I was expecting something a little bit more lively. And
Yeah.
it just wasn't giving that. So there was that. But I had a great time. And then I got a terrible cold, but I'm getting over it now.
Small price
so-
to pay. Small
Small
price to pay.
price to pay. What about you? How's everything? How's wedding planning? Are you so excited?
I am. Wedding planning has been good, very chill. Like, we're just been checking things off. Like, we're
Good
like
for you.
on target. And then yeah, I'm excited to go to Tokyo. My man is turning 30, and
That's so
so that's what he wanted
exciting.
to do. So I'm excited to celebrate with him.
Yes.
And then we're also doing a barbecue with his
Oh,
with our
fun.
friends later on this week. And I guess by the time that this episode comes out, I like got this shirt made with his face on it. And so I'm
Aw.
excited to wear it at the
Oh,
party.
I love that.
So yeah, it should be fun.
That is so sweet. Well, tell him happy birthday from me.
I will.
30 is big. I'm turning 29 this year. I'm having a lot of feelings
A
about
lot of
that.
feelings, yeah.
Having a
I
lot
feel
of
it,
feelings
I feel
about
it.
that. But you know what?
I
It's
get it.
cool. Should we get
It's all good
into
stuff.
it? Let's get into
Yeah,
some hot
let's do it.
topics. We have a lot to talk about. But first, I want to talk about the VMAs.
Okay.
They really said no niggas allowed. Like, they really shut up everybody. It was a disaster. Y'all don't vote. This the problem. This is the exact
Y'all
problem
don't
we had
vote.
in November. Y'all didn't go vote then, and y'all let down the niggas again.
No, not the 92%.
We really, like, because when I tell you the niggas was shut out, they said whites only. This was a whites only affair.
Oh my
This
god.
was a whites only affair. They were shut
I
out of
can't.
the VMAs so crazy in a ways that now I'll admit I didn't vote because why the fuck would I do that? I'm not doing all that
Yeah.
shit. I feel like I'm beyond VMA age voting years. Like, like at this point, I'm not about to log in and vote. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
Somebody else got it.
Come on now. Okay, however, I do think it's interesting that Doechii won Best Hip Hop over Not Like Us, over
That is
Nokia,
wild.
over What You Know About Me, and then I think she also won Best Something Else. Let me look it up. Oh my god,
That is
there's
kind of
so
wild. Maybe that's like also a tell of like the type of demographic that was voting.
Yeah, because people did not like that at all. I think she won Best Choreography. She also won Best Choreography over
Okay.
Not Like Us. Abracadabra over Lady Gaga. Over Lady Gaga. Doechii won like Best Choreography, and Abracadabra was like a very choreography like heavy video.
Yeah.
But that's crazy to me.
How
Like,
is the-
Doechii went home with 2 VMAs.
Mhm.
And the rest of the niggas had to starve. Okay, they told us no niggas allowed. Not this year.
God.
Not this
I'm
year.
looking. Did you see the song of the summer list? Like, I'm like, I don't even feel like I know half of these songs.
None of it's in English. It's all in Simlish. Like, who are these people? Y'all just made
Simlish,
them up
yeah.
yesterday. They making new.
Yeah.
They making new white people up every single day. Okay, and they pop out with 50,000 fans. Where did you come from?
Immediately.
Where did you come from? And
That's so
nobody
funny.
calls them industry plants. They
You
don't
know
get
what?
those allegations.
Open your third eye, people.
Tell me, when is the last time you heard a white person being called an industry plant, though? Like, real
You're so
talk.
right, though.
Who is the last white person that people called an industry plant?
Mm.
Can you think of one that they've ever called an industry plant?
I heard this was a conspiracy theory about
You
Lady
and this
Gaga.
damn conspiracy. What the fuck is the conspiracy theory about this time?
There was a conspiracy theory that, like, I don't know, there was some lower level, like, I don't know, singer, but she, like, died. But then Lady Gaga was, like, her assistant. And they're like,
Now,
you all look kind of similar.
Lady
Yeah,
Gaga's Eve Harrington? Lady
maybe.
She said she was her assistant. And what did she do? What did Lady
I
Gaga
don't
allegedly
know.
do? So did you think
I
she
don't know.
killed her?
I don't think she killed her, but,
Okay.
like, it was maybe industry drawn. I don't know. There's
So they're
people in the
saying
background orchestrating this.
the singer was disappeared or died mysteriously. And
Yeah,
then what
but the
happened?
public doesn't really know that. And so
Okay.
then Lady Gaga filled that space
She
and
filled the
continued
space
to
in what way? Like, what is the backstory of this? I need
I have to
details
find the
now.
details. I was
Oh,
like,
you
I'm
don't
gonna
have
find
any
the details.
details.
I don't
Okay.
have any details.
Well, I
But I just
want to
remembered
hear.
there was a Lady Gaga one.
I want the full rundown on how this lady was
I got
disappeared
you.
and then how Lady Gaga took her place. Because I just have to know. I have to know.
No, that's fair. But you made a good point though. I don't feel like there is any like industry plants that I've seen uh from
White
our
people.
pop
And
our
it's not
pop
like,
people.
and it's not even like there aren't industry plants. You know what I mean? Like, I
Right.
definitely feel like some of these white people have been put in these positions and have like
Mhm.
our industry plants. Like, I definitely feel that. But nobody's talking about that.
Nobody's talking about it.
Nobody's
That's
talking
true.
about that. Let's talk about Doja Cat's performance
Oh, okay.
of Jealous Type.
But Kenny G,
Kenny G. Also, how did she get him to do this? Like, how did she get him
I
to
don't
agree
know.
with this? To agree to do this? I think I didn't love it. You know, I thought the
Yeah.
choreography was cool.
Mhm.
Obviously, I did not like that she was lip syncing. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I just, I don't know. Like, I think it's just that I don't really like this song. And so I think the
That could
performance
be
for
it, yeah.
me, anything would have felt like she was up there, she was performing her ass off. But for a song that was so mediocre and with a set that didn't really make sense to me, like, I don't think anything surrounding this performance, it was good. Like, if I had liked the song, I would have been like, damn, she really ate that. But
Yeah.
it kind of fell flat for me a little bit. And I think this might be the first time that I'm just like, well, I don't know, Doja.
Right.
What did
Yeah,
you
I think
think?
that's fair. I was gonna say I like also don't really like the song either, so I'm like maybe that also played into it too,
Yeah.
similar
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
But no, I thought it was cool that she like had brought Kenny G out one, and then two, I'm like she looks good. I was just
She
like,
does.
oh, this was not. I don't know, like
You do.
similar feelings. Like I just like I don't think I like the song, so therefore I wasn't really.
So then I have a question. Because I feel like so far we've been very underwhelmed with this new era of Doja Cat. Are you still excited for this album? Like, how do you feel? Because it's coming up. It'll be like what, next week? She's
Yeah.
releasing an album. Does it feel like we're a week away from Doja Cat releasing an album?
Not really, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you think
I'm
is
hoping
different?
to be. I'm an optimist. Like I'm hoping to still be surprised and
Yeah.
like have some like really good like R&B songs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully not all of this is like kind of 80s ish like
Right.
type of theme.
I don't expect it to be though. Like knowing
Yeah.
Doja Cat. But I
Who
do
knows?
wonder though, what is different about this era that's kind of falling flat?
I don't know. I think that like I think it's still too early to tell. Because what else has
Yeah.
she released this year?
I know.
Like this is the only song. Yeah. So like I feel like it's a little too early to tell. Maybe this
Okay.
song was just not like the song, you know?
But then why was it the first single?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know. Anyway, so moving on to something very strange. So Ice Spice and Lotto have squashed their beef. They are now friends. They're presenting at the VMAs together. They've released a song and a music video together. They've gone on a stream together. They're hanging out. They're besties. How do we feel about this?
I don't know. I kind of don't buy it.
You want to know what I was going to say? I had completely forgotten that happened. Like, I had forgotten about it. And they were like, oh, Ice Spice and Lotto released a song. I was like, huh. I didn't even put it together that they had, like...
Didn't even put it together that they were beefing?
I forgot. I really did just forget about it.
I don't know. I just, like, I don't know. Maybe another thing, industry's trying to be like, hey, Lotto's on the way up. Kind of like, let's reach back down to our sister Ice Spice.
Unpopular opinion. I think they both needed this.
You think they both needed it?
I do. I think Lotto's last couple of releases have been, and they're not hitting the way she wants them to.
Like the music videos or like the songs?
The song she released. I was just like, it's not giving. I think they both needed this.
Dang.
I do. I think they both needed this. But I agree with you. I don't buy it. But they needed it.
I don't buy it.
They needed it.
Somebody was like behind the scenes. They're like, we have to do this. Like,
they both needed it because we know Ice Spice has fallen off hard since she dropped her debut album. I mean, like a steady decline. And Lotto had an amazing year last year.
Right.
Incredible album. And this year, the music that she's been releasing this year, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? What happened? What happened? I don't know. And I don't think that all artists need to have like it needs to be steadily increasing. Like, you can have off years. You can have bad albums. You can have comebacks. Like, and this is the way I feel like a lot of people are saying about, and I'm saying a lot of people, and really I probably just saw like one or two people saying it online, like, why is Mariah Carey still releasing albums? Like, why is she still releasing new music? She's like almost 60. Because she's still good at it.
Yeah.
She's still good at it. Why shouldn't she still be releasing music? Not?
But also, it's like, I feel like you also get to a point too where it's like, it's not about like billboards or like hitting.
Absolutely.
Like, it's like you're doing it because you like to do it and you're so good at it and people are willing to listen to you. Like,
the problem is, I feel like these kids are very used to like getting into an artist and then they die 5 years later from a drug overdose, and so they don't get to see their favorite artists like have a very long and illustrious career. So they don't know what it looks like to see their favorite rappers grow old and age and have their music change and mature, or their favorite singers grow old and age, because people burn out, they overdose and die, they quit, they give up as soon as they have a failed album, and they go back to their day jobs. They're not used to it the way we've seen artists have terrible albums and come back for it, and we're like, oh yeah, now I remember why I fuck with you.
I remember them. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like this also plays into one of the other topics about like what Lizzo was talking about the algorithm too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Do you believe in that?
Well, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about it. So
let's jump to it.
Yeah, so like Lizzo was sharing about how like she feels like there's no song of the summer because there's basically like different pockets of the internet and the algorithm, and essentially like what's big to you is big to you but not to everybody else. And so therefore there's no more mainstream in consideration or like the masses that you're trying to feed, which I kind of agree with.
I mean, it's not that I don't agree with it. Like, I think she's right. Like, I think 100% it's harder to reach the masses unless you have a very global reach. And even then, some people still don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not listening to Taylor Swift's albums. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm not listening to fucking Morgan Wallen. You know what? Like, I still don't listen to these artists. I think the problem is people think that there's something wrong with that. You know what I mean?
That it like doesn't reach you.
That if it doesn't reach you, that you're boo, like you're disqualified, you're not a quality artist, you're not like a top 10 artist. And I think that's also it, is that everybody wants to be a top 10. They want to have the number one album, they want to sell the most in the first week. And so they have to have the song of the summer, it has to go number one, it has to have 1 billion trillion streams, it has to. Why? like why does that have to be it? However, I will say, I think Lizzo is only saying this and doing all of these little deep dives on her Instagram, giving you industry knowledge and industry shade, because there is no faith in her at her label. And she is trying
She's
to like
willing
get
to let it
she's
sink.
trying to get in front of it. She's like, I just released a mixtape and nobody knew about it. No, baby, we heard it was just terrible. We listened to it. It was bad, and we didn't return to it. That's why nobody's talking about it. I think that she just is like, she's butthurt. Like, I don't think she's saying these things in good faith. Like, I think she's saying these things because she wants to be a part of the conversation.
I think there's validity in both. I think two things could be true.
Absolutely. I think it's true. She's not wrong about it.
Yeah.
She's not wrong about it, but we cannot doubt.
We cannot deny it.
We can't deny that there's a tinge of like bitterness.
A little spite in there.
A
little
spite in it because of the way that she's been received post, her calling her dancers fat ass bitches and them suing the shit out of her. But some people don't forget. But I mean, hey, look at Chris Brown. They're very eager to forgive that nigga, and I don't get it at all. I thought I had so many people in my life with sense, and then here you go on Instagram at the damn Chris Brown concert, like he not beating bitches up left and right every day and smoking crack allegedly. But I don't get it. I think he's a cancer to our community. I feel like, why can't we take Lizzo back if we'll take that nigga back 1,000,000 times?
Why can't we take? No, that's fair. That's fair.
Why can't she have another chance? He's a cancer.
I want to go back to something you had originally said about like how you feel like, why is everybody trying to be like a top 10 artist and wants to be it? Honestly, I think it's driven by data and money. Like
100%.
The data of being able to have like a certain amount of streams equals X amount of dollars, which feeds into like how everybody's performances, and I don't know. I think that's all interconnected with data and and obviously data to money to dollars.
Yeah, but I think the landscape of music has changed so much that the kind of success that Mariah Carey had in the 90s, with 1,000 number one hits, even when there was no streaming, or the kind of success that like Beyonce had in the 2000s, or that Taylor Swift had when she was coming up, or that Drake has had his entire career, is no longer attainable. Like, you cannot recreate that in this era. It just doesn't exist anymore. I truly believe that. And now, I'm not saying that wasn't manufactured, but it was a little bit less heavy-handed. Like, right now, you can see the puppet master strings pulling it, trying to make us buy into it, trying to make this artist, trying to make us believe that this artist that you are pushing to us is as big as Drake, is as big as these artists that we grew up loving and watching their meteoric rise. But we are not foolish enough to buy that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you can fool some people, but you can't fool us. Like, we've seen a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's that.
I see.
There's that. But I don't think that she's wrong. I do think she's right. It's just too much. The internet is too big. It's too vast. There are too many pockets for there to be one. Now, obviously, some people do rise above, but those are like mega superstars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was about to say, I think those are like generational stars.
Exactly.
Like, and maybe just the generational star of today hasn't been found. I mean, or I guess today, like currently, like Beyonce, Drake, you could be Taylor Swift. I think those are generational superstars.
I agree. But of this new generation, of this, like, they're 18 and younger, who is their generational, once in a lifetime artist? Is it not still the same artist that we would claim? Because I feel like people would still, that generation would still be like Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Drake,
that's
Kendrick
true.
Like, I feel like even they would say that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who, you know what? They might be like, oh, Billie Eilish. You know, Or what's the other girl
That's
name? The
true.
one who's crying all the time? Olivia Rodrigo. They might say her. They might say her.
Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa, I don't know.
Or you know what?
I
Ariana
love Dua Lipa.
Grande. Probably Ariana Grande.
But does she count? Because she
Yeah.
debuted so long ago. You know?
I get. That's fair.
She's
That's
also
fair.
32. Like, Ariana Grande
Yeah.
is not a kid.
Well, the only reason why I had said that was because I was thinking about I think I was thinking about like the correlation between like a lot of the pop girlies were giving a lot of homage
Yeah.
to Ariana Grande. But I'm like, yeah, she's like definitely not in their class.
You know, what
Oh,
about Sabrina Carpenter?
Sure,
People love her.
Sabrina Carpenter, yeah. That's
I
true.
like a couple of the songs, okay? I was really bopping to that Espresso song last summer. Like, she kind of ate with that. I can't lie. Like, she ate with that.
Yeah.
She ate with that.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. But that's an interesting conversation I think we should come back to someday.
I was like, I think we should come back to that, yeah.
So Doja Cat is the new face of MAC after eating lipstick on the 2025 VMAs red carpet. So it said, tonight at the 2025 VMAs, Doja Cat hit the red carpet in Balmain with crimson lips and a feathery blonde waves and appeared to take a bite out of a tube of MAC lipstick. And not just any shade, but her go-to, Lady Danger. The unmistakable bright coral red and one of MAC's most enduring cult classics since it launched in the 90s. But fear not for her digestive tract. The bullet was actually a Trompe l'oeil chocolate confection made by a pastry chef. The occasion for such a stunt, InStyle can exclusively reveal that Doja Cat is MAC's newest global ambassador and will be starring in a series of campaigns celebrating their most iconic products. I've been a MAC girl forever, and now I get to take that love to the global stage, says Doja. Makeup is my paint, my armor, my way of creating characters, and MAC has always stood for that kind of artistry and freedom. We're going to push it even further and make people see beauty in a whole new way. So, and then a former global creative director says Doja has put a fearless energy that is has a fearless energy that's so authentically MAC. She uses makeup as a tool for creativity, pushing the boundaries of expression. And then MAC, again, they have a long history of collaborating with musicians like Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, Lady Gaga. Yeah. There's Little Kim, Mary J. Blige, Missy Elliott. So, you know, obviously this is like a really, really big deal. You know, like that Doja Cat is the face of MAC Cosmetics. However, I do wonder, I don't know, like, there's something about MAC that feels so like solidified and established that having brand ambassadors almost feels like a little bit of a moot point. Like, are people ever going to stop buying MAC? You know what I mean?
MAC, yeah. No, that makes sense. I think it just like it reinvigorates the brand. Like, people are already willing to do it, and they're like, oh, even more of a reason to continue to spend my money here.
Oh,
like, I think that's what it is.
Good for her. Okay, so moving on. Anicia, the rapper, has gotten married to R&B singer Four Bats.
That was so random.
Like, what the fuck?
Not that I like keep up with like Anicia and what she has going on, but like also
that.
I was just not expecting that.
I wasn't expecting it at all, but however, congratulations to Anicia.
Yeah,
for getting married. Love that. Moving on, Sweetie has another job. How does she keep getting all these damn jobs?
You know what? I'm not mad at her because like I think we talked about this several times. I honestly and truly believe that she like belongs somewhere like behind the scenes.
Right.
Being a creative like conducting stuff in the background for it to be pretty, a mood, whatever.
Absolutely.
Like,
so
she just has to find the right thing.
Yes. So it says that Sweetie will be the music curator for Monday Night Football on ESPN during the 25-26 NFL season. She will choose the songs played during the games, promos, and Monday Night Countdown pre-shows. I think this is the perfect job for her, like you said. Like, this is really her bag, is curating music. And I think more people should really tap into her because I think Sweetie, say what you want about her, she really has her ear to the streets. You know,
I agree.
And not just with rap music. Like, I think she has an incredible ear for what sounds good, just not for her own music. You know, But for other people,
Unfortunately.
I think she has a great ear for music, and I want her doing more stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also hoping that this means that we're going to get more female rap. I don't watch football.
True.
I don't watch football at all. To me, it just seems like such a
Yeah.
brute sport. Like somebody could get paralyzed out there. They're just running into each other. And I just
Yes.
I don't watch boxing either. Like
Mm.
I can't do any of it. It just seems so
Yeah, don't
people
have to
could
see it.
die. And I could be watching it and somebody
Mm-hmm.
could die. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to witness a death like that, like live. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I love all the drama and the theatricality surrounding it. Like I really do
Yeah.
love all of the fans getting so hyped. Like I went, like I lived in Philly, because I went to Temple, and
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think I've ever met anybody more out of their fucking mind than Philadelphia Eagles fans. And I didn't get it because I don't think the team was very good for a long time. But
Mm-hmm.
these people were like die hard fans. Like they were climbing poles, climbing on top of
And rowdy.
roofs. Like I saw I one time when they won the Super Bowl, somebody near a frat house that was near me set a car on fire, set a couch on fire. They were running down the street with hammers saying we're gonna break Meek Mill out of prison. Like after the Super, I was like,
What?
oh wow, it got real.
That's
It
wild.
got real wild. But I'm hoping that this means we're gonna get more female rap like in the
Hopefully.
NFL, because I think they really do make music that's perfect for like working out, perfect for like pre-gaming,
Yeah,
like
getting hype.
getting
Yeah.
hype. And I think that this should be like they should be more involved in sports. I know people are really into the WNBA now. Again, I
Mm-hmm.
don't watch basketball either, so I don't really know
Oh,
anything
okay.
about it. But I really I hope that there's like a crossover among those. Like there's this rise in women's sports and there's this
Right.
rise in female rap.
They elevate each other.
Exactly. How can we make them mesh, you know?
Yeah, no, I could see that.
So Cardi B was on the cover of Billboard for her upcoming album. I mean, she's been everywhere promoting this goddamn album. Baby, she is.
Everywhere. I was gonna say I love that she's been like getting back into her like social media bag of
Yes.
just like doing random skits. Like
Yes.
the one on her on the subway, like
Yes.
passing out CDs. I was
Yes.
like, this is what she's meant to be doing.
Absolutely. And I love that it all feels so authentic to her. Like none of it feels
Yeah.
forced. Like having a pop-up outside of the bodega, like
Yeah.
doing all these interviews. I love that people now do this thing where they like buy billboards to reveal who the guest artists on their albums are. Like, I just be extra. Like, and that's I feel
Mm-hmm.
like what Cardi B is. And for an album called Am I the Drama, you should be the most extra that you possibly can be. And I think she's lived up to that. Like, I feel like,
Yeah.
is there anyone in the world who does not know that Cardi B is dropping an album? Right? Like, who is there anyone, even if you're not a fan, you can't escape it.
Yeah.
She's
You've either
everywhere.
seen she's been in the courtroom,
In the
been
court,
promoting
child.
this.
She's on all the talk shows. She's partnering with DoorDash, so you can buy her album on DoorDash. Like, come on, you can't, like, they really put the
Can't
time
make
and the
this up.
money into this. And so she's talking about her long awaited album. And then there are a couple things in here that she said that I want to talk about. And she, like, number one, she says that she had been offered the Super Bowl. And then she turned it down because she did not feel like she wanted to do it at a time when, she had more hits. And I think people are confused about her being offered the Super Bowl because I don't feel that she was offered a solo Super Bowl performance. Like, I think what happened was that she was going to be one of the performers at the Super Bowl. Like, I doubt that somebody asked Cardi B to come and do a whole Super Bowl by herself, like the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Did she do a whole Super Bowl on invasion of privacy? Plus her features?
I mean, I guess, but would it be Super Bowl worthy?
I don't know. I thought it was that she was getting her own solo spot.
Really?
People love Cardi B. I don't know. Like,
I just could not imagine Cardi B. People love Cardi B, yes. But main stage, Super Bowl, halftime show, her own, you think so? Really?
Who do you think she would have been with?
I don't know who she would have been with, but I just cannot imagine that they would just be like, it's Cardi B. Like, that's the Super Bowl halftime. Nicki Minaj has never gotten her own solo Super Bowl. She had to perform with Madonna.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
I guess maybe she could have. I guess she totally could have. It could have been a solo Super Bowl. It just seems very far-fetched to me. You know? Like,
Yeah.
think of the
No,
people
I
who
can
performed.
understand.
Like Rihanna,
Yeah.
Kendrick, Beyonce, Coldplay, fucking Madonna. You know, and I love Cardi B, a legend. You know, I truly believe, like she said, they gonna hang her heels from the power line. I really believe that she's a legend. I don't think she's on the same level to be performing that Super Bowl by herself like Usher. You know, like it just
Yeah. Yeah.
so maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. However,
Oh, I'm interested.
I'm really excited about this. Obviously, I'm really excited about the album. Obviously, this episode is going to come out the
Yeah.
day the album drops. So we're going to obviously talk about it in our next episode. Moving on. Baby, everybody's going on tour. Doechii is opening up, or she's not opening up. She's headlining Lollapalooza, Brazil, Chile,
Yeah.
and Argentina. And she's
I know
performing at
that's
Camp
right.
Flog Gnaw. And Glorilla's also performing at Camp Flog Gnaw. Baby, they got these girls everywhere. They are
Working.
outside. And Doja Cat's going on tour. But it's like, honestly, just like it's more of a European tour. Like, oh, wait, this is like European. No, this is not Europe. This is Asia and Australia.
For Doja Cat, yeah.
Yeah, but I think she's just gonna start there. I think that she's just gonna start there to test it out, which I think is a great idea. Because on her last tour, she started in the States and her first show was in Los Angeles, which I think was such a mistake. You know, I think that with the show that we saw, I thought it was good, but the kinks hadn't been worked out of it yet.
Yeah.
And so then when I saw all the videos of her on the Scarlet tour in like Manchester and the UK and in all over overseas in Europe, I was like, damn, that's what it
It's a
could have been.
different show, yeah.
I don't know. I'm happy that she's starting the tour there instead of here. Because by the time we get it, it will have marinated.
It'll be refined.
It'll be
Yeah.
refined. Would you go and see her on tour since you didn't the last time she went?
Yeah, I'd be interested to see her on tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she'd do a good performance.
Okay, I love that. So Cardi B is doing she's doing a meet and greet tour, signing all of her albums. And I think this is incredible. Like, she's going to a ton of different cities in New York and Texas and Pennsylvania, Georgia, California. Like, she's going all over to do in-store CD signings. I love this. I think more artists should do this.
More grassroots.
More grassroots. Why do people think they're above promoting their fucking albums? Why do people think why does everybody think they're Beyonce? You know what I mean, though?
They all want to be top 10. They want to be they all want to be top 10, but not do top 10 work.
They don't want to put in the top 10 work, and Cardi B is putting in the fucking work. And I don't mean just putting in the work like some artists do, where they just post the link on their Twitter or their Instagram
on their
story.
bio, yeah.
And it's like, girl, okay, do you got anything else? No, she is pulling out all the fucking stops. And then a couple more things. So I think I'm realizing that there was no song of the summer because everybody was refining their albums, because Tia Corinne announced her album is coming. Her debut album is coming, and then what is it called? It's called Corinian. And then Bia's next album is coming. It's called Bianca. And they're both coming. I don't know, that is deleted. Anyway, so what do we think? What are we expecting from these albums? Are we excited about a Tia Corinne album, about a Bia album? What are we expecting from them?
I'm excited for Tia Corinne. I hope it's more of like, what was that song that she just came out with, Fall in Love?
Yeah.
I hope it's more like that. I feel like she has a really good pocket of like, I don't know, being able to rap on smooth beats, but also like her pace and like her cadence. I don't know, that's something special. So I'm hoping that it's more songs like Fall in Love and like the other songs that like have made us fall in love with her. For Bia, I don't know. I'm not really expecting too much. I have no expectations, and I think it's for the best.
You need no expectations. That's fair. You know, I think I I'm excited for Tia Corinne's album because I've been really pleased by the music that she's been releasing lately. And I feel like, you know, we were talking about this earlier this year, or maybe it was last year, whenever she was releasing all those singles, and we were like, those singles, and we were like, you know, she's trying to find her footing. You know, she's experimenting with like her old sound and a new sound and trying to find what really works. And I don't know if it was like landing so well. I was like, this just sounds very confused and forced. But now I feel her really settling into a new sound, you know, and she sounds very comfortable, very confident. And I love the music. I think the beats, the production the visuals are great. The production is great. She seems excited about it. So I'm excited about it, you know, like because of that. But and Bia, you know, I don't know if I think I have to agree. Like, I don't know if I have expectations for it, but what I'm hoping for is that she'll have a comeback. Because I remember in the beginning, I was not a fan of Bia. I was like, you know, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of her voice. You know, I was like, but then she really did surprise me when she released her album. And I was like, you know, I really like this. And I feel like, you know, she's had some stutter steps, you know, and she's really had some missteps, but I don't want to count her out for obvious reasons. Like, obviously we're going to listen to it. We're going to talk about it, but I'm hoping she can make a comeback, you know, because obviously her confidence has taken a hit. And you can hear it in the music, you know, that she's after the whole thing with Cardi B, that I feel like it really got to her, you know?
It rocked her.
It really did, because that was so awful and she thought it was so good. And I feel so bad because it's so embarrassing to reflect on that. Because I thought we were going to have like a fun little back and forth, but the song was so terrible. And she was just, I just feel like she was really affected by that, you know, like more than she's, and I hope that she just talks about that when she's promoting this new album, because I don't think she can ignore it. Like, I want her to bring it up, you know, and talk about how she's grown from it.
Address this.
Address the elephant in the room, babe. Because we're all still like, every time I see Bia,
I didn't even think about that.
I'm thinking about it now. Every time I see Bia, I'm like, is this gonna be are you gonna talk about this?
Speaking of which, did you listen to Glorilla's
should we move to that? We have one more thing. It's Ice Spice, like an article she did like for Nylon. Did you read this?
No, I didn't read this one.
Then we don't have to talk about it. Let's move on to new music. Should we just jump? So Glorilla dropped a diss. And dropped is not the right word because it quote unquote leaked. However, I don't believe it leaked. I believe that she wanted to release it, so she sent it to somebody to post it without her knowledge, air quotes. She sent it to somebody to post it so that the internet could receive it, so then she wouldn't receive the backlash because she didn't officially release it, and also to see if people would be feeling it. I think that's coward shit. Stand behind your work. If you said it, you said it. Stand behind your work and put it out there. That's what Drake did when the diss track leaked and everybody was like, is this AI? He did the same thing to see if people were gonna like it. Before he released Push-Ups, he did the same thing. And Cardi B does the same thing. She releases it all the time, snippets, leaks, quote unquote, to see if people are gonna like it. I think that's bullshit. Like, stand on your work. Be confident in the shit. You know what I mean? Stand on your work.
No.
Let's talk about
that's fair.
Let's talk about the actual diss track. Like the you know what? Here's what I'm gonna say. I admire her for not taking this lying down. You know, because she could have just
Me too.
She could have just like tweeted what she tweeted about him, about Gossip Girl, you know, because he was in there spilling
tea.
Goddamn thing.
He's been on an apology tour.
And he needed to go on there. I know his dumb ass. They tell you at the beginning of the call that the calls are being recorded, right? Like, that's what happens in prison, right? So he couldn't have not known. I don't quite understand, but I appreciate her for not taking this line down. But my issue with it is my issue with a lot of Glorilla music. Does she think she's light skinned? Does Glorilla think that she's light skinned? Glorilla and I are the same complexion.
Why do you say that?
Because she's always talking about how she loves a dark skinned nigga and she loves his dark skin and dark skin that and dark. Like, do you think that you're light skinned? You know what I mean? Like, and I don't like that the only insults that she had for him was that he was dark skinned and like burnt and everything. Like, to me, that feels icky. You know, like there's just this air of prejudice.
There's so much other materials to work with.
You could. There's so much you could have said. I think Glorilla can do better than this diss track. You know what I mean? It's not good, but it's kind of funny.
I thought it was. I was like, I think it's funny. I was like, I don't think this is anything to be. There's no Jersey Hall of Fame for this.
But it was funny.
This was jokes.
But it was funny. It was funny. Yeah. I just feel like I don't think she should have included the part where she's like, "This is all fun and games, no hard feelings." No, girl, you had some hard feelings about it. You had some hard feelings about it. But I think though that Young Thug, I'm worried that he's gonna like respond back to her, and it's gonna be a lot harsher than what she deserves. Like, I'm worried that he's gonna diss her again, and it's gonna be really mean and undeserved, and she's not gonna. I'm scared because I feel like he's that kind of vindictive person. I think if this had taken off, he would have responded, but I feel like people just forgot.
Yeah,
about
I was like,
song.
I don't think he's gonna respond.
I hope he doesn't.
He's on an apology world tour. Like, he can't he's trying to rehab his image.
The problem is he's a much better rapper than her, so it could be good. Like, he could say some things that would be very clever and very catchy and very hurtful. And I just hope he does it.
Very timely.
I just hope he does it. You know what I mean? Like, I hope he does it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new music here. Mona Leo put out a song. What did you think about that?
It was cool. I mean, like, I think it could have been like lost on the album that she recently released. Like, I mean, it's like fine. I didn't download it though.
Didn't download it. I thought it just had no energy. You know, it felt lazy. It felt very lackluster, and that doesn't feel like Mona Leo. Can we talk about the?
But she did have a freestyle.
Oh, the freestyle that just came out. I did not listen to it yet.
Yeah, with Kai Cenat. Okay, it was pretty good.
I'm sure she's great at that. Let's talk about Gap. The Ice Spice and Lotto collaboration, Kumbaya makeup track.
Lotto is definitely better than this song. I don't know about Ice Spice, but Lotto's definitely better than this song.
Not only is she better than this song, but the video was terrible too.
It was kind of wild.
The video was low budget and not like on purpose, like not in an ironic, like fun, low budget way. There was no energy, no purpose to this video. And I don't know what it is about Ice Spice, but she just gives nothing. Like, her energy is always on zero. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, it's never giving.
They were like, what did I see online? They were like, they want this to be the WAP so bad.
It's not even the, like, remember that song that Megan Thee Stallion did with Shinsia that we called Great Value Brand WAP? What was it called? Lick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that song kind of grew on me. This song will not. This song is not even that good. This song is terrible.
It's terrible.
And why is it sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts? Why is it sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts?
Ice Spice gotta get that brand deal. They're like, listen,
hey, look,
it's almost October.
Good for her.
And I haven't seen anything.
Good for her. There's a lot of other music. Like, did you listen to any of this other music?
I did. Nothing that was like worth standing. Oh, I put Flex on here. I don't know if you had heard the.
I had not heard it in full. I had heard it on TikTok. The song Flex.
It's so silly.
It's so silly. It's so silly. You know, I love a good silly song.
I should have put that other song off of Metro Boomin's album.
Yes.
Take me through there.
Take me through there. Oh my god! You know that little mixtape was actually kind of cute, and it kind of reminded me.
Why did it come out now? Why wasn't this out in the summer?
I just feel like people weren't ready to release albums in the summer, and so they're just doing it now. Anyway, should we move on to our main topic?
Yeah, we can get a Derby topic.
Today we are talking about it in honor of Ice Spice and Lotto. We're going to talk about female rap beef. And do we believe it's worth it to end beef? And do we believe it when rappers say they wipe the slate clean? So inspired by Ice Spice and Lotto, do you have a favorite female rap beef?
So, okay, a couple came to mind.
Okay.
Obviously, Nicki and Minaj versus the world.
True.
But the one that I feel like I was like actively involved in and I felt more like I participated was when it was Nicki Minaj versus Remy Ma. That was like I feel like that's like my cornerstone of
That
like
is exactly what I was gonna say. Okay, go ahead.
that's
Continue.
my cornerstone.
Continue.
But no, then I was gonna say like low key like Meg versus like her label. Like that's not with another female rapper, but I'm like her versus her label, like that music that came out during that period of like contention, I was like, this was actually pretty good.
Yeah. Good for her. I think I also am gonna have to agree. Like, I have to say Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma. Like, that was truly a moment. We can say Nicki and Cardi, but what music really came out of that?
Exactly.
What diss tracks really came out of Nicki and Cardi beefing? We really didn't get anything. I think that was what made, this so special. And that's my next question. So we're going to talk about Nicki and Remy Ma since we both selected that.
Yeah.
What made this beef so special?
I think what made it so special is that like people didn't think that Remy Ma, I think, was going to win, as history is told.
Yeah.
Like, I think anybody would have been like, oh, like Remy Ma who like washed up, whatever.
Yeah.
And like completely annihilated her on Sheet there. Like the song, like the choice.
God.
Like, I don't know. I think that's what makes it so special is that like she was an underdog in this situation.
I think I agree with that. I would also add that I have never seen Nicki Minaj so shaken, like so visibly bothered
to her core.
It was like the first real face crack we got in Nicki Minaj's armor of like, it's only me, it's just me, it's lonely at the top, like I'm the best out here, can't nobody compete. And here comes Remy competing. And it was the first, I mean, we sort of saw it with Iggy Azalea, but honestly, not really. Not really. I mean, maybe Azalea, not really. Lil' Kim ate her up, but that was so different. These were two women who came up at the same exact time. One of them went to jail, obviously. You can't be shooting niggas out here, duh. And then during that, she had this meteoric rise, and she was undefeated. She was walking around like her shit didn't stink. She was walking around like she couldn't be touched and she had shit to worry about. And Remy served her the biggest slice of humble pie. And I was so intrigued by it because I had bought into that. I was like, it's always going to be Nicki. It's always going to be her. Like, nobody's ever going to come and like make her stumble, make that crown slip. But baby.
Yeah.
Baby. And let's talk about it. So since we're talking about some of our favorite songs to come out of it, let's talk about Sheether. Hall of Fame. That's a jerseys up in the rafter type of diss
jersey
track.
up in the rafter. That's what I'm saying. And then like the dismantled like Barbie.
My God. She said, "You think I give a fuck? You pulled that Barbie chain out." She said, "Oh, she said, do you think I fuck you pull that Barbie chain back out, bitch? I will get that chain snatched." She said, I don't give a. She didn't give a fuck. How do you open the song with "fuck Nicki Minaj" and just like shots ringing
immediately?
I mean, it was no holds bar. It was no like it, and then she was so mad. And this is crazy because she did it over the ether beat when Nicki Minaj was dating Nas at the time.
Nas. Yes.
Dating Nas at the time.
Like, can you imagine being Nas and be like, man, I was like low-key.
And I gotta take it down though. Because she mad as hell. My girl is mad as fuck. But damn, she kind of ate that. Like, I would be, it took him a couple days. Because it was up on YouTube for a couple days before he took that shit down. I would have been, I don't know what it was, the legality behind it. Really, I just think he wanted to let it sit. Because it was a good diss track.
It was a good diss track,
It was excellent. It was way better than No Frauds.
Timely. It was in context.
Yeah.
Like,
And then everybody, all the barbs were like, "You think Nicki gives a fuck about that? She's at Fashion Week. She's being fabulous. She don't give a." She didn't have shit to say.
same.
She have nothing to
You
say.
could not respond. You literally could not respond to that.
What could she say? What could she
There's
say?
nothing she could say.
And she
Yeah.
comes back with No Frauds, a forgettable song, if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, actually.
A forgettable song. And then had to pull Lil Wayne and Drake out of wherever the fuck to come and do this song with her, to be like, "Remember us? Remember the big three?
Right.
Fuck that bitch. Remember this? Y'all gonna turn y'all backs on us?" And they did this shit again.
Yeah.
They keep pulling this move out every time they get defeated.
I was like, every time somebody's like drowning, they're like, "Wait, can we get this back together?"
Everybody, get in formation. We need to get these bitches back on our side. And it's like, it's becoming less and less effective. Every time they do it, it just becomes less effective.
It's
to the point where I'm like,
stop.
Just stop. Like, come on now. You're really tainting
it.
So my question: how do you feel when rappers end a beef? How do you feel after all of the momentum that's been built up by it? Like, do you believe they really wanted it to end?
I think it's 50-50. I think some of it is like contrived, like Lotto and Ice Spice. They're like,
I believe that's contrived.
Shake ass and make a song together
because we need it.
But then, like, I think when it ends up being squashed, though, I don't know. I find it a little deflating because I think just like any like good sports rivals, you look forward to the sparring
and seeing them come head to head again and again.
Head to head. And it's like, beef is a part of the DNA of hip hop.
Exactly.
So it's like, by taking it away and repeating it, it's not sport anymore. Like,
it almost makes you look at them sideways.
Yeah, it's like no, like, you're not real hip hop. Like
how dare you
have beef?
Because one thing about it, Nicki Minaj gonna hate Cardi B for the rest of her life. On her deathbed, her last words will be, "Fuck that bitch." Like, she's going to hate her for the rest of her life. And I appreciate it, because one thing about it, she's going to keep it hip hop. She's never, she may start the drama. She may start the beef, but she's never going to apologize.
She means that. She
stand behind that shit. She hate a bitch. She hate her for life. She hates her for life. And it eats her up. But I have to agree. Like, it just feels lame, like,
yeah, it's lame.
What are we doing? This is hip hop. You don't gotta be friends with these niggas. And I think in the case of Ice Spice and Lotto, like I said earlier, I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
There's no way.
I think that there was somebody behind the scenes saying, "You guys need to be in the news again, and this is how we're gonna do it." That old shit, literally. The beef, it's not working. It's not working. We need you to come together, because that's going to make bigger headlines, and it's going to make bigger buzz for both of your music.
Right.
So I don't know. I think that that's so. Then, do you believe in reconciliation and kumbaya music? Like, do you buy that kind of music where it's like our track where we came back together, we worked it out on the remix?
I feel like I believe that more with like groups that break up.
Ooh, that's true.
I would believe that, like, y'all had your shit and then like you came back together and you're like, okay, like we're back, we're better. But I think like people who are like independent artists and like, I don't know, I don't buy it.
Yeah,
I don't buy it.
I believed it when it was Lil Wayne, Drake, and Nicki coming back together for her mixtape. I believed it then. I believed it then.
That's again, they're a group,
right?
Like,
I would not. I would not. I don't believe Ice Spice and Lotto. I would never, for a second, believe it if Nicki Minaj and anybody reconciled. Like, I would never believe if Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj reconciled. I would never believe it if Cardi B and Nicki Minaj reconciled. I would never believe it if Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma reconciled. I would never believe it. I would never believe it if Lil' Kim and Nicki reconciled. However, I could see that happening in the near future, because I feel like Nicki Minaj is going to need it. She needs some good faith. She needs people to be like, "Hey, I'm not a terrible person."
That's true. And she's like, it's them versus us.
Yeah, it literally is. Exactly. Like, we're the veterans. We're the icons
Right.
of this shit. You know?
Right.
What do you think, though, about then the possibility of some of the biggest female rappers ending their beef and making music together? Do we believe that there's ever a possibility of that? Because I feel like beef is so much a part
Run deep.
of,
Yeah.
of not just of hip hop, but it's specifically female rap. I believe
Mhm.
that it's always you on this side or you on that side with female rap.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's a possibility of it happening the way that it happened with Ice Spice and Lotto? Even though we don't believe it, do you believe that they could come together and make music again? Like, is there ever going to be a Nicki Minaj featuring Cardi B, a Cardi B featuring Nicki? Like, do you see that?
I don't. I really don't. I feel like, not that I know these people intimately,
Yeah.
but
Or at
from
all.
what they portray,
Yeah.
yeah, or at all. From what they portray, they seem too real to want to
seems
waste
like
their
they
time
really hate
doing
each other.
something. Right, like, it's real. It runs deep. It's not like, yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
What do you?
I think in certain cases. I don't think this new...
Like who? Like, who's a case that you would believe?
I think Nicki Minaj and Lil Kim will make up.
Okay.
I do. I think they will make up. I don't think Lil Kim and Foxy Brown will make up ever. I don't foresee that.
Yeah.
I don't see Nicki and Megan ever making up.
I don't say that, yeah.
But I
Ice
believe
Spice and Nicki?
I believe through gritted teeth, if Nicki Minaj really needs it, that she would make up with Cardi B. I think if she was desperate.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Maybe not.
No, there's no way.
Ice Spice? Absolutely. And she's gonna need it. But I don't think Nicki's going to accept her. I don't think Nicki's going to accept her or forgive her ever. Like, I really don't. I don't think she's like, you stay on that side, bitch. You didn't sign to my crooked ass non-existent label. You stay on that side, bitch. I don't think she's ever gonna do it. But I could see Ice Spice. Ice Spice is also so young, you know, like, she has so much of her career left to get fucked over and forgive and then get fucked over again by her idols, you know? Like, I just feel like that's what happens.
There's a lot of opportunity.
There's a lot of opportunity for that.
Oh my God.
So then the last question, when/if a beef ever ends, is it good for the music or the culture? Like, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about this Ice Spice and Lotto beef ending? Is it good for the music? Is it good for the culture?
I think no and no. I don't think it necessarily creates better music. And I don't think it's for the culture, because as we were talking about earlier, beef is the culture.
Yeah.
Like, that's what fuels it. So, like, I think reconciliation, again, I think the main point of, like, a group coming back together versus, like, individual artists coming together look way different. And the impact means a lot less amongst two artists.
I think too, and I agree with that. I think in addition to that, it looks desperate. Like, it really does. And it makes
it's like gross. It's icky. Like, somebody's like, they're both tucking their tail. Like,
and it makes me sad. Cause when Lotto, I'm so silly. When Lotto posted this, like, snippet of the song or the music video on her TikTok, I was like, damn, so this mean that you're never gonna perform Sunday service again? Like, are you never gonna perform that again? Like,
right.
is
like,
that just dead in the water? We done with that? Like, girl, I still listen to that song.
I still listen to that song, yeah.
I don't want to have to let that go. Like, when Drake and Meek Mill squashed his beef and then he said he was going to stop performing back to back. I loved that song. Why did we have to stop? I enjoyed it. And now we've lost that. Because you want to go and piece it up with niggas and, like, and tuck your tail between your legs and we're cool and I can't say, damn, really? Like,
damn.
I feel like, damn, all that momentum, and now we just saying
we're getting robbed.
I have been robbed. You know, I've been
robbed. Yeah.
I'm never gonna see Lotto perform Sunday service again.
Hope it's not. Listen, haven't we decided this is an industry coercion? She's probably still gonna perform
She
Sunday
probably
service.
is. She probably is.
She
Yeah.
probably still doesn't like her.
She doesn't.
There's hope that she still doesn't like her.
Good for her. You know, I think though, I stand by the fact that I think they both equally needed this. Like I think
But that's so sad. Somebody said that on TikTok where they were like, "Yo, Lotto's fall off is like getting really hard that she had to do this," and I was like, I didn't think she was falling off. I think she had like a couple of
falling
stinkers
off
maybe,
is
but
a
like that's
strong.
not.
Yeah, I think falling off is a strong. I wouldn't use words that strong, but
Yeah.
it's been lackluster.
Yeah, I would say that. I'd agree.
And especially as a follow-up to an album that was as good as Sugar Honey Iced Tea. I would even go as far as say that would be my favorite of her like albums.
Same.
So
Yeah.
I was like, and I still listen to a lot of it. Like I still
Me
replay
too.
a lot of that album, but I don't replay these singles. Like I don't.
No,
I'm
I
not
get
listening
it.
to
Somebody.
yeah, I'm not listening to it. I'm not. And I'm definitely not going to listen to Gat.
So,
And
yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
it sucks because it was a song that could have it had all this potential. It just had no energy behind it,
Yeah. It was very
Megan Thee Stallion should have been on this song.
Mm.
It should have been Megan and Lotto.
And Lotto,
Or
yeah.
even Megan and Ice Spice. She can do New York drill. She's done it before. I just don't.
Maybe.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyways, it's a music rec time.
Yeah. It's music rec time. What do you have?
Oh, I have two.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, I want to recommend Imaginary Players by Cardi B. I've been going back and listening to it on my drives. And even though I'm driving a car that's 20 years old, I'm like, damn, I feel like a rich bitch listening to this goddamn song. I
have not returned to that song.
I actually am. It's growing on me. I'm not listening to it all the time, but sometimes I'll be like, you know what? I want to hear this. I want to hear her talk her shit. And she is talking some cash shit on here. And I hope that this album lives up to it. I'm hopeful. I really am starting to get very hopeful about it.
I'm pretty nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm nervous too.
Well, I hope it's not whack. People are gonna tear her to shreds.
They're gonna tell
and
her
then we're never hearing from, and we're never gonna hear an album again. Like that's really what I'm afraid of.
Everybody,
that's
please.
What I'm afraid of.
Everybody
be
to
like
this.
You know what? Fine.
I need everybody. Oh my god,
it's
you're
be like,
so
fine.
Right. I did not consider that. Oh my god, you're so right. Everybody, listen, please like the album or don't say anything because she will never go on tour.
Don't say anything.
She will never
go on tour. She will never go on tour. She's never going to release any more music. She's just going to be like, god. Enjoy.
Oh my god, you're so right. I did not consider that at all. Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Oh my god. Oh, anyway. My second music rec for this week, I've been listening to the song a lot on repeat. It's Megan Thee Stallion's He Think I Love Him from it's one. The I Think I Love Her, like the interpolation of that or interpretation. I don't know which one is right. For that, her interpretation of Gucci Mane's classic that I think is a hit that people just didn't listen to.
Generational hit.
It's a hit. And I've been listening to a lot lately. I love the part, especially when she's like, show a bitch that ain't Megan coded. Show a bitch out now that ain't Megan coded. Show a beat I was on and ain't wrote it. And she thinks she the shit, I'm the colon. These bitches, my ping is better. I'm bowling. Oh my God. Oh my God. She was floating on that motherfucker. No, I really do love that. Ugh. Oh,
me
what
too.
a great song.
Classic.
What a good song.
It is a fantastic song.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your music rec?
I was gonna say my music rec was Take Me Through There. Because I really have been enjoying this Metro Boomin like little mixtape. This feels like 2010.
I was just about to say, do you think it's because it's very nostalgic for us, very specifically?
I think that's why. This would have done numbers this summer. Like this would have been like.
I think we gotta take it into next summer.
No, for real. Like that and then Clap with Waka Flocka Fame. Like the last time you heard of Waka Flocka.
so good.
I don't know. Metro Boomin put a little something special on this one.
Man, I don't know what he's been doing lately, but I feel like ever since he released that album, what was it, Superheroes and Villains, which was right before he released the future collab albums, he's been on a crazy run. Like, I have loved every single one of his projects since then. And before that, I had never even considered Metro Boomin as a guy who could put together albums. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure he has lots of them. I know he has like the Savage Mode. I did like Savage Mode, sort of.
Yeah, Savage Mode is good.
But I really, really, really have enjoyed these last couple projects that he's put together. And you know, I'm actually glad that we've elected a new Supreme, because DJ Khaled cannot be the only one who is doing these collaboration albums. And
that's so true.
The difference is I actually really enjoy Metro Boomin's, and DJ Khaled's I'm kind of getting tired of. But you know, it's a different era.
I was going to say, like, Metro Boomin is definitely this era. Yeah. And, like, DJ Khaled feels like, I don't know, like those top 100 type of, like, let's just squish everybody into an album. Yeah.
It's Kids Bop, but
Kids Bop. Yeah, exactly.
That's it's just Kids Bop hip hop. At this point, it is. I used to love it back then. I can't lie. But now I feel like I've outgrown it.
No, that's so fair. That's so fair.
So listen to Take Me Through There. Actually, listen to the whole project. Listen to the whole project.
Yeah, listen to the whole project, really.
It's actually really good.
And stream Cardi B's
Please,
I Am the
y'all.
Drama,
Oh
so
my
we
God.
can
Please, for the love of God, do not hate the album, even if it's bad. Like, I really did not consider she might just quit on us, like, for real, altogether.
She just might quit.
And I bet you if people don't like this, she gonna cancel the tour. This is gonna ruin the tour. If y'all hate this fucking album, it's gonna ruin the tour. And but you know what? I'm not even gonna speak that into existence. I think it's gonna be great. I think people are gonna love it.
Fingers crossed.
I'm crossing my fingers and my toes, actually. All right, guys. If you made it all the way to the end of this episode, thank you guys so much for listening. And we will catch you guys in our next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Where My Girls At, a podcast about Black women in hip hop. Where My Girls At is produced and edited by Mariah Woods and hosted by Mariah Woods and Brianna LaRosliere. Follow us on Twitter at Where My Girls At 2, on Instagram at Where My Girls At _TH, and on TikTok at Where My Girls At Pod. See you next time.